Hello, my YouTube family. It's been a while. I know this is something different from the usual, but this is my relocation video. And I thought instead of being in front of the camera, I should just have my voice behind and just give you a little brief of what happened after I got my visa. So if you watched my last video, this particular dress is the dress I wore when I came back from the embassy and when I was told that I had been given my visa. So I was very excited. And this is the day that my aunt was relocating to Canada. So the whole family was going to the airport to say goodbye to my aunt. And so me coming to the airport to say goodbye to her was very exciting and emotional moment for me. And because I knew that in 2 weeks time, this would be me, the family escorting me to say goodbye to me. So I was still very excited about the news, as you can see by my face. And this was a new airport that I had never used before. And I was looking forward to using this new airport. So of all the pictures and videos I'm going to share, this is the only picture that I'm sharing that was taken before me getting my visa. This was taken on early January, and the two people sitting in those chairs are my nephews. And this is the day I was taking them back to their parents' house. That's my brother. And as I was taking them back, I decided to give them those two chairs because they loved them. And I said, my nephews, you will never come back to this house again because your auntie is relocating. She's going to the US. This is the last holiday that you're spending with me in this house. The next holiday you will spend with me will be in my house in America. And I gave them the chairs, and it was just like a step of faith. And I thought, my God, Sandra, you have so much faith, hey? So this is why this picture is very special to me. Yeah, because it's the last holiday that I spent with my lovely nephews. So of course, after being granted my visa, I had to start selling off my things. And those who know me personally know that I was running a bead business, a craft business. So I had a lot of beads that I was selling off. And I used to buy them even though I had put my beading business on hold. And I told myself one day I will come back and start beading. But then it never happened. I just had to sell them at giveaway prices and bless other people. The other plan was to start selling off my dresses at retail prices, at second-hand prices, but then I didn't have a good camera. I didn't have time to start looking for a money queen to take nice pictures to do justice to these dresses. So I just ended up selling them off at giveaway prices, giveaway wholesale prices to my cousins, which is okay. So the plan for me, the desire was to carry more African inspired outfits. I already had an outfit that was really tight, but I knew that I would lose some weight and wear it, and some nice jumpers in African fabric. And so I wanted a nice dress that I could wear when I get to Washington, D.C., as I step out of the airport into America to start my new chapter. I wanted to, be in a nice African outfit. So I saw this dress on Facebook. The designer was selling it for about 800 kwacha, and I thought that was too much. So I decided, nah, let me get a tailor that makes my outfits to make this nice simple dress for me at a cheaper price. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Did I regret? Whoever this designer is, please, my dear, forgive me for, not coming directly to you and just paying the 800 kwacha for this dress. Hey guys, see what I got, sure. Honestly speaking, serves me right for being cheap. And I never even had time to really have a look at this because I trusted her. I ended up discovering this nonsense when I got to the airport in Washington. That's when I discovered it, and I couldn't wear it, and that's how I just ended up wearing my t-shirt, which was okay. I was happy with my hair at Braided Salon. Just wait and see. Yay! This was good. And I also finally got to do my nails, which I rarely do. This was like 2 days before my trip. These are the lovely nephews I was telling that where I had prophesied that we were spending the last Christmas together. They lived very far. I really, really wanted them to be at the airport and see me say goodbye to me from the airport, but they lived so far and it was on a school day, so I didn't want to disturb them. And I just decided that let me just go and officially say goodbye to my nephews and say goodbye to my brother and his wife. And I was sad that they couldn't be with me at the airport, but I was able to spend that day, 2 days before my trip, despite being busy with them. So it was awesome. To my pen pal, may the stars always shine bright for you now and forever. Love always, Gwen. Oh, let's open this. See what gift I've been given. Oh, oh, this is lovely. Thanks, Gwen. You know, it's real when I'm putting chitenges instead of curtains because the curtains are gone. The one I gifted wanted them today. So, yeah, they're gone. And yeah, it shows that the countdown has begun. So this picture was taken a day before my trip. And I was just heading out, going to mom's house to spend the night there. And I was saying goodbye to my house. And I had to say goodbye to this tree because it was special to me. Where you see my hand is where the gardener was trying to hack it. He had already removed the top part and he was busy hacking it down, and then I found him and I stopped him. I was like, why are you taking down this tree? And he was like, no, because this is a family house, it's my mom's house. And he was like, she gave me instructions, cut this tree down, it's close to the wall fence and it might pose like a security risk or some kind. And I thought, no, please do not cut this tree. I stopped him, and I remember even having an argument with my mom. I was like, why should you cut down this tree? But anyway, the gardener told me, even if you have stopped me, it's useless because the damage I've done to this tree, it will never grow. It's gonna rot. That's how pawpaws are. Pawpaw trees, you mess it up and it rots. And I said, leave it alone. So I used to where my hand is touching, that was the height. That was the height. All that up there wasn't there. I really wish I had taken before pictures, then you would have understood this. But anyway, I believed in this tree that one day it would grow, one day it would blossom, one day it would give me beautiful, tasty fruits. And it did. I believed in it. And somehow it spoke to me because I would look at it and say, Lord, at that time, I think, not at that time, there was a moment where I was the only one retrenched in my company. Can you believe it? The people like targeting you, and you're the only one retrenched in the whole company. You're made redundant. And that's how I was let go. And I think I was a laughing stock, and I was looked at as nothing, like I would never rise again. So this tree, when I saw it blossoming, when I saw the leaves coming, it gave me hope that my situation is temporal. One day I will rise. One day I will blossom. One day I will shine. So yes, I had to say goodbye to this tree because talk of cutting it down was back, and I didn't know if I would ever find it the next time I visit Zambia. So this was an emotional moment for me. I had to say goodbye to my tree. Okay, chit chat over. This was the day I was leaving early in the morning. My friend came to say goodbye. She just heard on this particular day that I was leaving. So she came to say goodbye. And that was me now preparing, making sure my passport and immigration documents are in place. These were the most important documents for me as I was preparing to go to the airport to start my new life in my new home country, the US. It's me towards going to the airport in the special that I was driving. I wanted to take one last drive in this special because obviously I was not taking it with me, and it served me well. But hey, and that's my brother driving me to the airport. I'm sure they were happy that I was leaving because now they could take over the car. Yeah, and yeah, I had this moment where I'm reflecting and thinking, oh God, this is really, really happening. And I'm saying goodbye. I mean, this was a bittersweet moment for me, like just packing up my bags and leaving my home country where I've grown all my life. Like, I had, like, the next time I come here, I will be a visitor and I won't have a house to go to. Yes, it's still my country. I can go to my mom's house, but I'll have no house, like which is mine, where my things are, because I have sold everything. I've given things away. And yeah, it was a bittersweet moment. I was excited, but I was also emotional about it. And then as we headed towards the new airport, I was so happy that I was now coming to use this airport for the first time. Every time I dropped someone at this airport, I would declare that the next time it's me coming to use this airport. Support team, very strong, hey? D'accord, loin. Tu me fais encore plein de vidéos. Qui sont là loin? Christian. Faut copier les vidéos. Oh, sorry. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? You're going to Ghana? No, I'm going to Washington. Oh, okay. It's happening. Excited. been waiting since May 2022. Here we are. Thank you. I had burnt a lot of things and couldn't take everything with me, but in clearing out things, I found a card I had been given on my 24th birthday many years ago, signed by my late aunt, my mom's young sister, Auntie Catherine, and my mom and my dad. Two of these people are dead, and I wish they were there with me to share this wonderful news with me, but always well. I really wished my dad had been alive to see this moment and share this wonderful news with me, but I know he is watching over me somewhere in heaven, and he's happy, smiling. On the plane, when we had a little turbulence, I was like, hey, Chineke, have my village people followed me on the plane? Or just kidding. Because no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And that's how I landed safely at Washington, which was my final destination. Immigration was okay. They just simply asked, they just wanted to confirm if the address I was going to was still the same, because you can change your address at port of entry again if you want. But I maintained my address and then got on a domestic flight to Florida. So I was waiting, excited to see my nephew, my sister's son, who I had never seen in my whole entire life. I was looking forward to seeing him and holding him and kissing him and hugging him. I had only seen him on video calls, and it was my dream to see him physically. Hey, this God is good. Oh, now I get to see my nephew grow up. AJ, come, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Good job. Say welcome to America. Good job. Come, let's go. Are you tired? Let Auntie help you. Come on, I can do that. Hey, stop for a Chinese man.
He wants to press the button.
Wow.
Good job.
What a smart little boy you are, AJ. Oh. Manje inenifuna chabeva kuja pano nafa njala ninyonkola njala ine.
That's why you should just
AJ
eat at a restaurant.
I do not want to sit down. Look, I've been sitting down for more than 30 hours or less, whatever. Been sitting down for too long.
I mean, you can go get tacos.
I don't want any quick meal, please.
Do you want to do drive-through then?
Oh,
not drive-through.
wow.
But do you want to
Is this close to your house?
Yes.
I want to come and walk here and
Yes, about an hour walk.
enjoy this view. Yeah, an hour's walk is good. It's
No, it's actually
fine.
about 3 hours.
3 hours is still good. That's almost like a
Also,
half marathon for me.
There's no way for you to physically get here without driving.
Oh, really?
No, this is the highway.
Whatever. I had to remove the music playing in the background because I don't want YouTube to come for my neck at copyright what. But anyway, I was so happy. This was lovely. I mean, I still don't have a home, but yeah, they made me feel welcome, and we celebrated, matching t-shirts and stuff. So not only am I blessed to have a sister in the US, I also have my youngest brother, the lastborn, the Kasuli as we call them, the lastborns in Zambia. He's the one that has continued Dad's legacy. Dad used to be an accountant, and my brother has followed his footsteps. He's even gone much further than my dad ever went. He would have been so proud of him to see the kind of man that he has become. And my young brother has an inspiring story of how he came here as a student and how he won his H1B visa. And I've been telling him, Iwe, you need to share your story with me on my YouTube channel to encourage the other students that are still in the US studying or those that plan to come to study one day. I hope one day he'll give me that privilege to share his story. And also, being an international student, he was constantly told that the career he had picked, being an accountant, he can never work in a country like America because they don't employ foreign students or foreigners and stuff like that. But boy, did he ever listen to those discouragements? No. He has gone ahead and managed to get a good job. He's a CPA where you're seeing him. He's under 30, and I am super proud of him. No, I think his story is best told by him. One day I shall drag him by the bat and force him to tell his story. He has to listen to his big sister. He just has to listen to his big sister because I used to change his nappies. I'm his second parent. Yeah. And it's a wrap. That's how I relocated from Zambia to the US after winning my DV lottery on my first attempt. My story is not ending here. My story is going on. And I will be back with more stories on how I'm adjusting, adapting, cultural shock. And I also have other stories of other DV winners that I've been communicating with. Amazing stories that I hope to share one day once they come here. Thank you so much for watching. This was also new. I've never done like a voiceover. It was a little bit weird for me. I mean, even being in front of the camera, using my voice is still a little bit weird for me, but this was even more weird. But I am glad you made it this far. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and please like my videos, share my channel with other friends and family members. I need more subscribers. We're almost hitting 400. Who is going to be the 400? Who's going to take us to 400? I hope it's you. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye.